Bloodline, biggest money-making storyline in the history of the business.
The only line I keep going back to though, no Hogan, we're not here. We wouldn't be wrestling fans without Hulk Hogan.
He's number one, to be clear. He's even in the S tier, he's the very top for me.
Or above The Rock.
If anybody in the comments comes at me over The Rock, then we can take it up personally, it's fine.
Hello, this is Settle It, the Power List, powered by Betway. I'm Michael Bridge, and we are ready to settle it in wrestling, predominantly WWE. You've seen your Mount Rushmores, you've given me your top fives on social media, but now it's time for the ultimate debate, and I'm delighted to say Alex McCarthy and Ash Rhodes, two wrestling journalists, two wrestling fanatics, are here to battle it out. Right, if you're a wrestling fan, you've seen the Mount Rushmores, your top six, your top fives, and we all disagree. We've all got our own opinions, and I'm excited to get this underway. Right, Alex, you get this underway.
We're starting with the big man.
You start with whoever.
He's the man in charge.
He's
the man in charge.
The man who's in charge today, the big guy himself. I reckon Triple H is maybe the greatest WWE heel of all time. Potentially.
That period in mid-2000s, and I think we're going to talk about The Rock a lot today, especially me and you.
I will talk about The Rock.
Yeah, we will talk about The Rock, but his feud with The Rock, 2000, 2001?
Yeah.
Possibly my favourite feud of all time, as a heel.
Now, you're both.
I know, we're only doors we're slightly agreeing, aren't we?
Before we steam in, let's just remember, S is the ultimate, the number one. No one beats the S. And then A grade, A star, we'll have plenty of them. B, plenty of titles, plenty of titles.
Okay.
C and D, okay? And hopefully you don't get to see them again in person if you put them in D. Right, Triple H.
He straddles around here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the legacy he has in the business.
I'm tempted to say he's here.
Ooh,
right? And I'll tell you why, right? Because Evolution is one of the most influential stables, right? You look at the world champions that have spawned out of that with Randy Orton, Batista. Both incarnations of DX are fantastic, and Triple H is at the forefront of those. He's pretty damn influential in the business. If you want to go into his body of work as well, like, I don't want to say a worker, but even like the iconic Randy Orton feud in 09. Foley as well in 2000. Feud. And then obviously, as we mentioned, The Rock in 2000. I think he's got more than enough case to say he's one of the absolute elites. Was he ever a drawing power like some of the tippy top greats that we're going to get to? No. But I do think he's got a case of being one of the best heels in the business.
I think that's the key, what you started with as well. For all that era, when Rock, when Austin, when Angle, when they're all top of their game, when they're all the baby faces, no baby face is great without a great heel. When I think of Triple H, though, I always also go back to that pop at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about great
coming
pops,
off the quad,
coming off the injury, which is only probably these massive injuries he's had, but that pop in the the famous denim waistcoat, which could only be worn in that era, because if you wore it now, I'd wonder what you were doing. But that pop is still seen as when they do the top 10 lists, and that was when he was babyface. So I think for his legacy, for what he's now doing in the business, whether you like 2025 Triple H or not, I think what he's done, I think we have to put him at the top.
Okay, well,
An early agree.
I'm delighted you both agree. I really am. Who cares what I think? You know,
I care.
Do you know what? I've got so much time for him, but I'm just looking at some of these icons.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were going to put him
do you know what? I think
agree.
it's fair because obviously we're going to get to these other people, and I don't really want to spoil it, but like, do I feel like he's Austin or Rock? No, I don't. But I do feel like he's carved out his own lane that is to be respected.
Are you including what he's doing now, though, in terms of the business?
A little bit, because I know there's been some downturn in creative in maybe over the last 12 months, but what he did post-Vince, what he did with the bloodline was all under his, and how the locker rooms changed, how the company has changed.
Okay, we're adding that.
I mean, it's a lot better than the last year's events.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever you think of the creative right now.
Cody finishing the story, stuff like that. You're putting all that in there.
Bloodline, all of this.
I think for his legacy, and which isn't really nowhere near finished as well. I think we started saying straddling, but I think he has gone over the line.
He might get knocked down as we go.
I don't know.
Is that allowed? No, I'll tell you what, everyone, it is allowed.
Okay.
You are, we did it on another one. I did it on a dance when I moved someone down. And I won't name the names. Gary Anderson wasn't happy. Right, so let's do that for now.
Go on, Ash, you take the honours of the next one.
Since we're talking Triple H, should we flip to his longtime friend, foe, partner.
Just a sexy boy.
Just a sexy boy. Well, to me, it'll always be Shawn Michaels, the Rockers. Because, I mean, people forget that...
old man.
That thanks. That Shawn Michaels started, when you watch the early Royal Rumbles in the early 90s, they were always a tag match at the beginning. The Rockers, for me, the best tag team of all time. Never officially won the tag team titles, but did win it at a house show.
That toy looks like a 92, 93
Yeah,
era.
that's right. Where's Sensational
That's
Sherry?
Sherry should be there.
WrestleMania 9, I want to say.
Yes.
That looks it.
Yeah. Caesar's Palace, maybe.
Yes.
See, I told you, he's right. I'm an old man. And then you go for his legacy, even after the injury, the Elimination Chamber win, what he's done for NXT.
What a pay-per-view that was.
It's difficult. I always was a Marty Jannetty man, but he never made the grade.
Shawn Michaels always a Marty Jannetty man.
When it was the Rockers, I always thought he was the better one.
No,
and
he
even
wasn't.
when they're feud.
No, he wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not now, by the way.
Yeah.
really not now. But when we're talking greats, again, we're here, aren't we? We're straddling.
Yeah.
We are straddling.
We can straddle for now. We can go back to it.
Because he's HBK, the legacy he has.
It feels wrong for me to have Triple H above HBK.
It does. And when you talk about matches as well, I mean, the greatest ever matches, we're talking about the greatest WrestleMania matches. How many matches have The Undertaker? 3, was it, in the end?
Well, Bridger, you saw his second one with Undertaker, right?
Yeah, I was
his
very
first
lucky.
one with Undertaker is probably in the top 5 Mania matches ever.
I was lucky to be there, and he was forced back for that awful tag team match, wasn't he?
That's not in it. We don't talk about that.
We all like proper closure, don't we? And
Yeah.
Kane's hair fell off. No, let's not talk about it.
I mean, you look at when WCW was ruling that era of 97, 98.
Yeah.
He played a big part, didn't he, in keeping WWE alive.
He was the poster boy.
He's, losing to Austin at WrestleMania 14. WrestleMania 14 for me was the start of the WWE comeback.
Yeah.
So he's played a part in that.
You think about it, there's that part in the 90s where, and people like Bret Hart and Kevin Nash were kind of chastised for not being drawing champions. And really, HBK is kind of like the bridge that takes us to Austin. And obviously, you've got the Mike Tyson aspect at WrestleMania and all of these things. But without him, I don't think Austin maybe gets anointed the way that he did. DX is obviously a vital component of the Attitude Era, which I think most of us would agree is the best era of professional wrestling.
Yeah, I would say so.
He's helped usher it in.
Yeah, well, look, we've got to move them on.
Yeah.
So we can go back to this. You've made some great points. But
I feel like we're already in the upper echelons. But
I think he's an S. I do. I think he's special.
Okay.
I do.
I know what you mean. You can't sort of have one without the other. They will either go back together or stay together.
And you could just rattle off like great HBK matches and be here all day. So, I mean, as far as criteria goes, he ticks pretty much every box.
I was in London for his hour with John Cena. I mean, that was...
magic.
And people still talk about that today, so...
Right, we're going to go S for now.
Yeah.
You can move them.
That leads us nicely along to Charlotte Flair, of course, royalty in the wrestling business, thanks to her father, Ric Flair, down there. Very well done. Charlotte, to me, is like, there's a batch of women in WWE, and I would include Sasha along with this and Bayley. Like, if you were just going off bodies of work and matches, then she's right up there, right? She has got you could list off 10, Becky at Evolution or Ronda Rousey at Survivor Series, Oscar at WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. She's got an incredible body of work that nobody, even if you don't like the Charlotte Flair character, even if you're like, oh, she's always in title matches, you can't deny that she delivers every time that she's in the ring, right? The only thing working against her, I would argue, is potentially she's never been the tippy top girl, right? Becky has always been the biggest star, I think, since 2017, let's say. I think her character has held her back for a long time. We've only really just got the babyface Charlotte this year. So is she, are fans besotted with Charlotte Flair? I don't really think they are. I think she's the kind that when she's done, people will be like, wow, like look at the CV and the body of work. So to me, she's not like, if we're talking about the tippy top people that have changed the game, she ain't there. I think she's straddling around here.
You made a point which I always go back to on Charlotte.
Don't mock me for playing with my toys,
I'm sorry.
I'm straddling. There's a lot of straddling going on.
It's like it's not ski Sunday.
I feel like there should be ropes between them.
There should be. But I'm going to put her A for me, I think.
Ash, do you want to make a comment on Charlotte?
I think the point you made about babyface is always a thing that I always say about Charlotte Flair. Again, I agree with what you're saying. Her body of work, her matches, one of the nicest people to speak to as well over the years. But she's really always struggled to, and I think an all-time great can do both. We already mentioned that Triple H had a great face rub. We know that HBK has been both. Even now, which with the Alexa stuff, I like it, but it's very much driven by a kind of friendship, and it's a kind of Alexa's kind of made it. I don't think she's ever done a face run where she's been so over. And I think as a great, you need to do it all.
And I know she's desperate for to be a face now.
Yeah.
She was as tired as anyone else of I'm just going for the title all the time.
And I don't think she's evolved. And I don't think that's completely to her detriment, because I think she was booked in a way where she completely over
If
the
she's
years.
not Ric Flair's daughter, nobody's going, because they're clearly driving her towards the 16
exactly.
world titles, right?
And I think that's held her back slightly. That I don't think there's been much evolution, as we'll talk about Becky later. So
A or B?
I think B.
Right. Before we move on, because I was the one in New York where she was coming in for the helicopter.
Oh, magic,
yeah.
magic.
And that shot.
That was aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took my daughters on the SmackDown that was just here in London, and that was the one person they saw her come out and they were like, wow, look at her.
She's got aura.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to let Ash have this one.
I'm not married to it, but I just think there's that little bit more.
Where are we going, Ash?
I think B.
Can I also just say as well, maybe people can talk in the comments as well, that wrestling has clearly evolved over the years. Where we talk about 90s, noughties, we weren't having women's matches anywhere near the card.
No.
So it's hard for them to build an S.
It is.
If you see what I'm saying.
The legacy is shorter.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have a women's match on a lot of WrestleManias in the early days. Do you know what I mean? So that's one thing I think we should factor in as well.
I do think when her careur's done, she'll be more in this
I think
area.
so too, yeah.
I do.
Right.
This one might take a few hours.
Not big feel. Wow.
I'm going to put my tin hat on now because I'm not a Punk guy right off the bat.
He is the current champion.
He is the current champion. Yeah, he is.
Don't forget the gold.
Yeah. I'll acknowledge that. I think that CM Punk's fantastic. He's one of the greats. He should be on this list, although there are some missing that I think would be above him, which we'll talk about later.
We'll discuss later. Yeah.
But for me, I've always thought he's been, where there's the top guys, there's CM Punk. And that's down to, I think he lived off one promo for a hell of a long time. And don't get me wrong, it was a groundbreaking promo, slightly more story-led than shoot than it's led us to believe all these years. I don't think he completely went out there on his own and went, oh, I'm going to say this, because that just wouldn't happen. I think he took a break for a long time. So we look at what these guys have been around it. He took a break, took his ball, ran home, moaned about WWE for a hell of a long time, then pandered to them when he came back. Bad taste in the mouth for me.
Okay.
I just always think he thinks he's better than everyone else.
I'm just waiting for you to arrive. How low are you going with Punk?
D's harsh. Because he's multi-world champion. He has had some classics. The Cena, obviously, with Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's had more than a promo.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I think his legacy was built from that promo.
Right, yeah.
And that run, and with The Rock, that promo with The Rock. I just think he got stuck. And before that, I know there was a great Money in the Bank winner.
Look, even before
Nexus.
that promo, they got that. But you do have the Jeff Hardy storyline, which is really, is an iconic one that people were invested in.
But is it in this realm?
I mean, it's every superstar here has to have iconic stories and memorable moments.
Is it iconic as the ones we're going to be talking? I just don't see them.
I'm going to have to rush you.
In the same line. Okay, all right. I think I'll be.
You do what you want.
I think I'll put him here.
See? Okay. C for CM Punk. Lovely jubbly. Here we go.
I'd have him in B for the record.
Okay.
But there we go.
When we're done, I want you to have a good look.
Yeah. And what
Okay.
we got? Oh my God, it's The Rock. Right. This is
a bit easy, won't
my
it?
guy. Look, this is an open shot. Just move along, Bridget.
Yeah,
put
fine.
Put him in S.
Yeah,
That's it.
Guys, genuinely, we've got so much to debate. I'm happy to move on if you're not happy. There's
it's
no
an
debate
open and
for
shut
me.
case. If anybody in the comments comes at me over The Rock, then we can take it up personally. It's fine.
He's
DM
one of the
me,
most-
See those guns?
DM me, yeah.
He is one of the most
We've
famous
got
men
time
in
if
the
you want to
world,
get into
yeah.
this. But money drawn, one of the biggest baby faces ever. It's an open and shut
Has
case.
his own word in the dictionary,
Yeah. And he's broke box office records too.
Yeah.
And not only during the Attitude Era run, he came back for Cena.
Yeah.
And that would.
And even the final
That's
boss.
it.
I
That's
know
it.
it ended not how we wanted it, but that run up to 41 was
Oh,
insane.
phenomenal.
Cody
Insane.
finishing story.
Yeah,
the lot.
he
Incredible.
played a massive
Move us
part.
along.
Yeah,
Move
move
us
along.
Brilliant.
Move along.
I love that. Yes. That's why we booked these two.
We could have the same
so-called
debate
goat.
here, really, couldn't we, really?
I'm not as big a Cena guy.
No, neither am I.
As people probably are.
But we cannot deny, firstly, the longevity
That's true.
of John Cena. And granted, he was on top in an era that is not lauded as the best. It wasn't the best creatively.
It's not. It's PG era is not his fault.
Yeah,
to be clear. Yeah.
But he was the man who took it. He took the ball, he ran with it, ruthless aggression. That's what he had.
Yep.
He was there, he was top. He had some great matches. like Alex, I'm not a Cena guy, but I don't think he was ever really aimed at me anyway. We talk about his Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff, that's the kind of era with John Cena. We'll forget the heel run. We'll forget that even ever happened.
We won't. It's bad.
It
should be acknowledged as bad.
Okay, but he plays a responsibility in that though, doesn't he?
He does.
He does.
Last February it was like, wow, what a turn, because it was good at the time. The look. I mean, that's a meme and a gift forever,
the moment itself is phenomenal heel turn. He's a 17-time world champion, right? All of these things, right? And the Make-A-Wish. He was an amazing ambassador for WWE. But there is like a good 7-8 year period where it's horrible to watch him.
Yeah.
Right?
And his spot calling is legendary.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But it's not his fault, in a way, that he's booked as like the ultimate good guy, and that's a Vince McMahon creation. But it doesn't mean I liked it.
Yeah. Right, okay, so you look, A. Away?
I think A.
I'm happy with that because he wasn't for me, and I was just there. He's spot calling over the years, does my head in. And also, for someone who's broke Hollywood, the goofy acting that comes into John Cena every now and then kind of grates on me a little bit. So
what's that over there? Hang on. Oh, it's the comments.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my goodness.
I can't see this.
Love it.
He fired me off in a press conference, so maybe I'm just
bitter.
bitter.
What it is.
Maybe I'm just bitter. I don't know.
Right, next up.
China. Oh. The ninth wonder of the world herself. Attitude Era staple, of course. Now, I just want to say one thing to you two. China's total career matches. You got any guesses how many she had?
It's not gonna. This was literally going to be my first point. Like I could, maybe 2 hands.
I just remember
it's more than that.
She fought Jeff Jarrett a few times and Chris Jericho a few times. That's what I remember.
She was Intercontinental Champion.
She had the women's run right at the end.
Yeah.
Right? 91 total matches.
Oh, it was more than I thought.
Right? Charlotte Flair in 2017 had 158. Just that year. It's a different world from then to now.
Yes.
And bearing in mind, back then they were doing house shows about 12 a week at this point.
But back then as well, what matches did Vince have in women's wrestling? Bra and panties.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
she was involved in more of the proper matches. She's not a Tori Wilson or a Kelly.
No, when she had the women's title.
I fought Ivory a few times.
Yeah.
Winning the title at WrestleMania 17, it was legitimately great. They did this whole angle of her neck broken, and then Ivory was really over as a heel in Right to Censor. That was a great moment.
Right to Censor.
I can't believe Right to Censor got a mention.
Hey, good stable, right? But she's gone a month later. Judgment Day, she defends against Lita, I think, and then she's out of the company for reasons we probably all know. But for me, I think she's more inspirational in how she's moulded the next generation. The Beth Phoenix, Rhea Ripley. You probably don't get those incarnations without China. So I do think she belongs on here. I just don't think she's ever going to be there for influencing the business or drawing power. I think there's a lot of women ahead of her here. I honestly think I'm looking at B or C.
I think C. I just don't think as a professional wrestler, she's going to be in this area. As an influencer, totally.
But when Alex mentioned the Rheas and everyone, that deserves the chat here,
she is an important staple of WWE.
Definitely important.
And obviously, she really helped Triple H like that. Like having a heat seeker who was like a muscle-bound woman had never been done. She is important. I just don't rank her among the all-time greats.
Okay. So are we going for C?
C, I think that's fair,
I hate being so repetitive, but we've got to rattle on.
Right.
Oh my goodness, this
is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, if you listen to him, anyway. Look, Bret Hart is one of the greats. That's without a doubt. Hart Foundation, amazing tag team. One of probably my top 5 matches of all time. Him perfect, SummerSlam 91, still holds up.
Bulldog 92.
Bulldog 92.
I was
there. He carried it.
Yeah.
Now we know he carried it.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I want to do a university thesis on his WCW. How can you get that so wrong? He was in a TV title match, like a month after.
Yeah. He was referee in his first appearance.
But he always blames other people.
Yeah.
Surely you can say something too, mate.
Yeah. He's a bitter man in 2026. It's very true, and he does blame a lot of people. He was a draw to a certain extent, but not very long.
He was popular in Europe.
Yeah,
really enough.
Yeah, and it was a really short stint though, when you think about it. Like, it was early 90s, he was in WCW by 97, 98. Obviously, the Montreal Screwjob is infamous, but that doesn't mean it should be counted on this sort of ranking. I think Bret Hart, in-ring-wise, is one of the greats of all time. Never the best promo.
Not a good promo.
No, not as a heel, better, but as a babyface promo.
Canadian Stampede 97's great.
It's great.
There is a lot of Bret Hart to savour and enjoy.
Yeah.
But most of it comes from bell to bell.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, was he ever the marquee man that was driving Netflix deals or like pay-per-view buys? No. Did he make Steve Austin? Yes, at WrestleMania, and he obviously he's had these amazing matches that have influenced the business with Shawn Michaels as well, by the way. It's A or B for me.
I think B.
Oh,
I just think for me it's the
Don't
short
show Bret.
time.
It's
the time.
Ash Goldberg.
He's a phony. I just said, Ash, don't hurt me out there.
Although, shout out to Demolition Heart Foundation, SummerSlam 19.
Sure.
Best out of three.
Right, beat it up.
It's your
B.
choices.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rattle through.
Right, well, I'm going to Roman Reigns next, the big guy today. And we were just talking about who has drawn and who has done deals. You could say Bloodline, biggest money-making storyline in the history of the business.
Yeah. Love him.
Right, so if you look at, to me, the probably two best storylines ever, and we're going to get this with The Undertaker, Kane's introduction and the brotherly storyline, and then you've got the Bloodline, which has spanned 2 years, sold out many stadiums, ushered in the Netflix deal. To me, Roman Reigns is in that top tier.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
He is.
Is he very top, though? Is he very top?
I think he is, for what he's accomplished.
I think it's what's next for me. Like, he's done, that run was amazing.
He's not 40 yet.
Yeah, holding the belt for over 1,000 days, whatever the final total was. At the moment, I'm a little bit numb to him going away, coming back. For me, it's got a little bit samey, a little bit dull even, I would say. I need a next step. I don't know if that's Roman, if that's the creative that it's been. And even before that, you look at the character that wasn't over, the Rumble problems. I
do get all of that.
The Sylvester Tweety line, the famous promo that we all like to forget.
Right,
the dog food with Baron Corbin.
That's not Roman's fault.
I know.
It?
It just
like a lot of you could. A lot of these guys have been in storylines. You can go, why did they do that? Shawn Michaels had a flag up his nose. Right? There's a lot of things you can go, hang on.
Yeah.
But I think for Roman, if you look at just look at these metrics, business that has been as a direct result of him since his heel turn, right? Let's say mid 2020. WWE's reached success since then. That trajectory, you can almost directly align to Roman Reigns.
I'd have him at A, personally.
Okay. We can go back to it. We can go back to it. Okay.
Let's have him in A for now, then.
Okay.
Just to appease Ash Goldberg.
Should we do an easy one? To roll it along.
Type that here. Get him up there.
Sorry, as with The Rock, although I'm 100% more Rock than I am Austin.
Right, I am.
When Austin was on top, I was watching Nitro and I wanted Goldberg. Like, I was a WCW guy, so this guy for me was the enemy until I turned.
Okay, if you're a WCW guy, is his biggest mistake of Bischoff nearly all times sacking that guy?
Possibly. I mean, there's many that
throws him to ECW.
We need another show to cover that.
But isn't this the great story? A what if?
Possibly, but I don't think.
His name was Stone Cold.
Yeah, I don't think that character would have evolved in WCW. I don't think they would have come across that character. I don't think they would let him be that character.
There's many dominoes that have got to fall. Like Hart and Michaels getting out of the picture is one of them. For Austin to.
But so you're saying like he broke free, sort of did it himself, didn't he? Really?
Well, the best wrestling characters, Bridgie, are the people who are themselves but turned up 100. Because then you get some authenticity with the character.
You've watched a wrestling documentary or two.
Oh, well, yeah. No. What do I do else in my life?
Boys, we're talking about an S right here.
He's the
biggest box office draw in the history.
He changed the business again, so you have to.
He's number one, to be clear. He's even in the S tier. He's the very top for me.
Or above The Rock.
I love The Rock.
If we've got time, maybe later we'll do our S. Because we can do our Mount Rushmore S.
Yeah.
And that leads us to another modern day superstar in Rhea Ripley. Again, when we're talking about influential and like short career time and the amazing matches she's had, I do think Rhea Ripley has a body of work that will stand against nearly anybody. Becky Lynch and Flair at WrestleMania. Flair twice at WrestleMania, by the way. The Dominic Mysterio storyline and being a part of Judgment Day, like the muscle in Judgment Day, very China-esque.
Very China.
But in a modern day setting, that she could actually do so much more with it. And she's, with all due respect to China, I think Rhea's infinitely more talented from an in-ring perspective.
And one of the sweetest people in wrestling as
she
well,
is.
has to be said.
Whenever I've interviewed her, such a warm, lovely person. It goes back to when she was in NXT UK and we spent a lot of time with her then, and she was only 21?
Yeah, when she won the title in Blackpool.
Yeah, crazy to think how far she's come from there. And now, if you listen to the shows or you go to the shows, she is arguably the most over person on the roster today. She's right there. So to me, it's only a case of what's ahead of her.
It's difficult because she's quite relatively new into her career.
If you would if this was on like the Stars today and where they're she's there.
Definitely, right? She's there.
But this is all time legends.
Well, she's above China. I would say she's above China.
B?
Yeah, I think.
I think she's right there with Charlotte. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just giving it to you because I'm rubbish.
I think she's been more over than I think a lot of the females we've seen.
She's super over. And I think a lot of that is to do with the Dominic storyline. And yeah, it was just fantastic stuff.
Mr. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. This is a tricky one, really.
I've got some thoughts.
Oh, Alex, I mean, I love Cody. As someone who loves 100% white meat babyface, they don't come much better in modern day. Because it's really, really hard to be a modern day babyface as well. Yep. Even Cody struggled towards the end of it, but since the moment he came back to finish his story, which was, again, we talk about the bloodlines being a great story over the last couple of years. Cody's finished his story. It swept everyone up. The fans wanted him to finish it. Everybody wanted him to finish because we'd seen him. We'd seen him from the start. From the moment he first turned up in Raw as Cody, as obviously son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, we'd seen his beginning. We'd seen him go away and come back, not like CM Punk. We'd see him like Cody Rhodes do it the proper way.
Fine. I'll ask you a question though.
Go on,
His latest title run, I thought, was abysmal.
It was boring.
And it was boring. Maybe not his fault, because I don't think WWE needs 2 world titles anymore. But that's my opinion.
I agree. No, I don't think they ever really need to.
No. And is he on the brink of potentially now, say he wins it again soon, I'm not saying he will, but he could get booed. And that stops me, in my opinion, from putting him anywhere near there.
He's not there yet.
No.
I don't think he can be there yet.
I think it's harsh to have him above Punk. That's my opinion. He's only been at the top for what? 2 years?
But that WrestleMania
That
moment
finished my story moment.
That could be one of the
This is Money in the Bank's as good as that.
It's not WrestleMania.
If it doesn't matter where the stage is.
It matters. He dies for a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, well, I still think Punk's body of work versus, 2 years of Rhodes at the top.
But it's the story for Cody. The fact that he left. When he left, Ted DiBiase was looked at as the one who would go on. I'm not going to tell you what Ted DiBiase is doing now.
But that's even there. Because when you think about it, right, Cody should have won the Money in the Bank 2013.
Yeah.
When Sandow wins it. We shouldn't have ever had this phase where Cody has to go away.
But he did it.
He was there. No, I know he did, and that's great, but that's got nothing to do with this.
But
whatever
his
he did in
legacy
AEW
made him. He made himself a draw outside of WWE.
And it's great, but he's been it for 2 or 3 years, Ash.
I would put him the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't have him above it.
No, I don't think he's there yet because I don't think it's what's next for him. Much like Rhea as well.
He's still got time, right? Like
he's still got time.
There's a lot of things, and as much to your point, Bridgie, there's a heel run in there as well, which I think would be very interesting for Cody.
What I love about Cody, he gets it more than most. Like he just gets the business.
I love him. He's a wrestling.
He's a nerd.
He's
a wrestling
by
nerd.
proxy.
So I would put him slightly above Punk, but I will agree that it's not been.
You can have him in the C, but slightly back.
Right
makes you feel good.
No. Drop the Undertaker.
All right, this is one that's going to divide.
What? Really?
The Hulk
is he not
star.
straight there?
So for me, right, I get it, right? 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias, main event.
Bridget, this is going to be good.
He's the foundation of a lot of what came before him. Very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Right? For what worked in that time and age, I get it, right? I'm trying to, I'm sure there's a lot of us that have to differentiate the feelings between the man.
Oh, the man is
and
disregarded.
the performer, right?
Totally.
So let me try my best to take that out of it.
WCW, what he did.
The WCW, but again, are we talking WWE or are we talking wrestling? Because his heel turn in WCW is phenomenal. And I do love, one of my favourite matches ever. If you want to see just the pure essence of wrestling, getting a crowd invested, Rock Hogan is that.
The greatest WrestleMania match.
Is that. You won't beat that.
Yeah.
Right?
When they talk about WrestleMania moments, that's number one.
When people say, great wrestling match, and it's like dives and flips, it's that.
It's that.
It's getting the crowd in, right? So, but I don't think he's actually had as big a influence as maybe Rock. I wouldn't have him above Rock and Austin in my ranking.
The only line I keep going back to though, no Hogan, we're not here. Like we're not having this discussion. But then he wouldn't have had that without
Sammartino. It goes on forever.
No. Sammartino was there.
Does.
No. Sammartino would have gone. We wouldn't be wrestling fans without Hulk Hogan.
True.
We wouldn't.
Is it true though?
No, because he exposed us.
You can't know who would have been there if it weren't.
But they couldn't find him. They found this guy, and for some reason, I agree with you.
Don't get me wrong. I do respect all of Hulk's accomplishments, and I think in the '80s in particular, right, there is a point where he gets stale, and obviously the title change where Bret's meant to be winning it.
Yeah, Yokozuna.
Yokozuna. There's a lot against Hogan where you go, hang on.
I know this is predominantly WWE, but his heel run in the NWO.
I was about to say it. He
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And weirdly, he looked 10 years younger in the NWO than he did in the WWE.
It's not WWE!
Yeah, okay, sorry, yeah.
But even the moment he came back and became red and yellow again when he beat her Triple H.
No, like I said,
title.
like I said, that like 4 month
Mr.
period.
America.
That wasn't him though. Right, we've got to press on. S
has to be to me. I just don't think we would be wrestling fans.
To me, I don't think he maybe. I'd have him above Triple H, to be fair. All right, I can concede maybe my feelings here.
Yeah,
and I'll
it's hard because the man we don't agree with, but I just
didn't resonate that highly with him as a performer. That's it. He did have some high points, and I do appreciate what he did for the business, but I just don't think I was ever maybe a Hulkster like the vast majority of fans.
Just lean him against the Rock, yeah.
It's going to work.
There we go.
It's going to work.
It's going to work. Right.
Okay.
I mean, when we're talking legacies,
I love him.
Yeah.
He's the best character wrestler in history.
He's the best character wrestler, but you hit the nail on the head there, character. I never cared about The Undertaker because I never got it. Like, he's a zombie, he's a dead guy. Like, for what he did and for how long, and even obviously in the early 90s, we were a character-driven company. I get it. But I just never understood it. I never really, I was never going, Undertaker's coming out, he's going to do this paranormal.
Did you like the American Badass?
Loved it.
Right.
Because...
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more of a human side. I could relate to that kind of Undertaker.
Him and Kane were great together at that period.
At that period, he became more of a human at that point.
I grew up with The Undertaker. My only gripe with him is he was away too often.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And he was hurt towards the end of the 90s.
Yeah, and that's really harsh because he was just, a lot of him is
He just rolled him out for one match every year. Obviously, the WrestleMania streak.
I love the streaks. I love all that.
Yeah.
The streak is a very important part of this discussion, frankly, because that was a massive drawing power for WWE for a long time.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
I think, as we mentioned earlier, the Kane storyline is one of the best storylines in WWE history, as is that first Hell in a Cell, one of the best Hell in a Cells.
I mean, it's a short match.
You've got the Mankind Hell in a Cell that Undertaker's a part of.
Yeah.
Like, he's a part of many iconic moments. Like, he's got to be in the top tier, I think.
Yeah.
30 years with all of that body of work.
We've got a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I've got to
I would have put him A.
You've got it in your hand. If you feel strongly about it, put him there.
Right. Okay, we're going to go put him on A then.
Oh, Mark, I'm sorry I failed you.
He's good in Suburban Commando.
We didn't mention Triple H and Blade.
Yeah,
we could have a whole different discussion here. Moves us on to Lita. It's great considering who you've got next, by the way, as well. She is, again, one of those sort of defining of an era, right? In the Attitude Era, we hadn't seen a high-flying woman like that yet. The Hurricane Ranas and the Moonsaults and the
S.A. Rios.
S.A. Rios, that's how she came in. God, what a short-lived tenure that was. And obviously, it's iconic the way she links up with the Hardy Boys. That is, when you think Attitude Era, that is one of the pictures that would be painted. I do love the heel run with Edge.
Yeah.
Less liked the heel run with Kane, and the forced marriage and such. Not so great. But to me, Lita, I don't think she's like an all-timer.
No way, no.
I don't think she's up there. I think it's important what she brought to the table was like a different flavour in that era.
She was an influencer again.
And she was amazing opposite Trish, because they were although both beautiful,
as a dance partner,
they were both opposites. I wouldn't have her in this.
I don't think
I think it's pretty offensive to have her next to Punk and Rhodes.
Yeah, it probably. I don't feel bad about it because I think.
And listen, Leah, right? this is no slight being at the bottom of this.
And she's D in a iconic group.
Exactly.
Okay? So I think you should go, D?
D it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I think in ring as well, apart from the high flying, I don't think as a performer in the aspects of professional wrestling, she was quite as on
well
ball.
done.
Well done, Alex.
Well done, Alex.
The feet.
Right.
Talking of which,
we need to race through these now, I'm afraid.
At the opposite end, maybe, because Trish Stratus
I love Trish.
Everybody loves Trish. To come into it as a fitness model with TNA and work her way up to be a women's champion, still come back at, what is she now, 50? And still,
50.
like a heel run with Becky that she did a few years ago was good.
Yeah.
Like,
and she had the Flair match in 2019.
Exactly. I think when we're talking about influence, she's another one. She was, as that era again, when it moved into the divas and stuff, she was still on top. And she paved the way. They main evented Raw together.
Yeah, exactly. That is the first ever women's main event on Raw. Also, like you said though, she went through the iterations and she retired originally with the championship match on a pay-per-view, won it, which is not the usual thing that was done either at that time. I think she's the first, maybe not the first person, but she transcended having sort of immense beauty and in-ring talent.
And she improved. Like she
got so much better.
She was so much better.
And even the latest run that she had.
Yeah.
I honestly think
and she can do heel or face.
Around
yeah.
B.
Yeah, I think she can do heel, she can do face. I'm going to let you do the honours.
Bret Hart would be proud to stand alongside
You know full well.
Trish Stratus.
Well done, Trish. She can stand as a wrestling figure,
Yeah.
Bret is furious.
Right. Now, I've got a fit. Do you want to leave that one till last? Because I reckon that'll be the biggest debate, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon
so we'll go on to...
So, this is Sable.
Is it?
Right, okay.
I believe it is.
Are you sure?
I'm told it is. Is it? It is.
I look more like Sable.
It's don't let him, Anyway, she, Mrs. Lesnar, as it was, she...
Oh, yeah, that's not straight as to Brock.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's why,
What I meant by that.
Yeah. She looks amazing.
Yeah.
She's obviously an important pillar in the Attitude Era. The thing with Mark Mero was he needs to kind of like abusive, and she finally stands up to him. She body slams him. The women's champion hadn't even just been brought back. She won that off Jacqueline. She had like
fully loaded pay-per-view.
It was a good pay-per-view. Yeah. She had like an important run, but it was very, very small.
Very short.
Very small. And I don't know how impactful it actually was moving forward. I still think she's more known for her sex appeal
100%.
than anything in the ring.
There's no debate here, is there?
She's,
I think she's D.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You go with D?
I think so. I struggle to name a stable match where I'd go...
But that's the only one, really.
Yeah.
After that, it was like
If there was an E, would you put her in E?
I think she's incredibly lucky to be here. Don't hurt me, but
that's fine. Well, because we've got to rattle through.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Should we go Sasha or Becky?
She's got a bit of an upright posture. You should be okay.
She should be all right. Is that
there it is.
Sable? Right. Sticking with the women, because we've got a few left here. Sasha Banks. This is a tricky one for me.
This is tricky.
Because again, we hark back to what we were talking about earlier, that crop of Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and we'll get to Becky as well. They were the four horsewomen. They came up together. What they did collectively is change the bit. You could say change the business. Those four girls set in motion what we see now, really. They were the four superstars of that. Is Sasha Banks on a par with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair? Not for me. And do you know what? The thing with Sasha, I don't think, again, I feel like the same Sasha Banks I saw when she debuted was the same Sasha Banks I saw when she left.
The boss character. The
boss character was phenomenal on NXT. We talk about NXT Brooklyn. Her match with Bayley is one of the greatest women's matches of all time.
It's the greatest.
Without question. But I was kind of bored by the time she left. I don't think she ever evolved her character. Never defended a title, I don't think, either, in most of her career. I think she was with that group, but if we were ranking that group, I think she's fourth for me.
Wow. I think that's slightly disrespectful to her body of work.
Great matches, but it's a great group. That's the thing.
Don't get me wrong. I think she's probably got every right to be where Charlotte is.
Main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah. That match with Bianca is incredibly important for not only historical reasons, but it's a great delivery of Bianca arriving.
Yeah.
Charlotte in Boston. That's a Raw title match, one of the best title matches.
Yeah.
The Hell in a Cell with Becky and Bayley. She's got a whole body of work. But I do agree with you. I don't love her promos, don't love her character, but we've said all those things about Charlotte.
Yeah, I think she's on the same tier. Yeah. I think she sits the same tier.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You wouldn't say that, Bridge?
Not for me.
Where would you have it?
C. Comfortable C for me.
I'm happy she's above CM Punk.
Never. Right.
Punk's been so hard done by.
I want to make that guy last.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the debate of debates.
Let me just start you off here to give you a jumping off point. I'd have Becky in S.
Right. Oh, what?
I would. She's the most important woman in the history of the business.
Isn't that Intercontinental Champion?
She is the Intercontinental.
She's doing God's work. Right? She's helping others up.
She's Sports Illustrated #1 women. Right, yeah, we'll get into that. I take your point, because it's that change up. Again, we've talked a lot here about evolving characters. This is someone who's exactly done that.
She's literally changed the business.
She's changed the business from a female point of view.
So when she turned on Charlotte, was it SummerSlam?
Yes.
That pop
was huge.
And
they weren't
when she got her face busted. Genuine blood.
in the
genuine rage, actually.
Yeah.
And she played a pivotal part in getting an all-female.
And I think already...
Exactly. I mean, Rousey plays her part in that probably in convincing Triple H, but Becky wins it, right? She's the pillar that comes out of it. The first ever female cover star on 2K as well for a wrestling game.
Yeah.
But
that period when she became the man, she was...
For 2 years, she was, and she still is ridiculously popular.
Yeah.
But for 2 years, she took women to new heights that they've never been, and no woman's been before. She's A or S, but I would say there's an argument for S. She's above every other woman on this table.
Yes, for me, she's easily above every. So it doesn't really, because if we're talking about she's the best female, she is, regardless if we put her here or here. Do we think that longevity-wise, she's still not there? Maybe
I think you could put her A, because if you look at everyone in S, they're all done, right? Yeah. They're all done.
There's still
polished. You can see what their body of work is and everything that they influenced. I honestly believe when it's all said and done, we will all be saying that Becky's the greatest woman that's ever been in the business.
Without doubt.
And then that will put her here.
And she's transcended. She's crossed over. She's done other things.
You're going to put her A then?
I think A,
Okay,
Reggie.
fine. A.
You're a harsh man,
You can do
Ash.
it.
I'll say one thing.
She's still the top female.
I'll say one thing though. From where she was a few years ago,
Incredible.
Would she not be a bit disappointed with how her last year?
Well, I think having a child and stepping away, you know, some of the things we've criticised other people for having time out, be it injuries, I think that hurts momentum.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Woo! I've left this one till last.
Why have you left it last, Bridgie?
Because I know this is predominantly a WWE discussion, but I loved WCW. I even loved WCW in the 92, 93 era when I didn't have satellite television.
When Flair would have been a Galoob figure. If you remember that.
And he was. But this is predominantly WWE. Mm-hmm. Look, I'll let you boys take it away.
I mean, there's a bit of a legacy.
You're trying to let it settle.
There's a legacy in WWE for Flair anyway. I mean, 1992's Royal Rumble is arguably the greatest Royal Rumble of all time.
There's no debate.
I'll set the stall out quite easy here, that if it's all time, then he's clearly here.
Yeah. Okay.
But if it is WWE, which obviously the drawing board here is predominantly so, he's more like here.
I think he's more here.
No, I don't.
Evolution.
If we're talking just WWE bodies of work, I wouldn't have him particularly above Bret Hart.
True.
Could you name more matches for Flair or moments for Flair than Bret Hart?
No,
in WWE?
not matches. No.
Right. Well, all moments.
Bret Hart sees this in me.
Yeah, he'd be furious.
We are blacklisted.
I'm making a case for you here, Bret.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a
but he's
difficult one.
in WWE, right? Two-time champ, Royal Rumble winner. Didn't even wrestle. I mean, he wrestled Hogan on Raw in 2002, but we didn't get the matches that we should have got with Flair. That's not all his fault, but like he's not. Be very careful, WWE fan. He's not like the 16-time. Like John Cena is a 17-time WWE champion.
He's a WCW guy.
Ric Flair had 2 or 3 years in the 90s in WWE, and then he had an entertaining run as like a partner and GM in the
Evolution,
2000s.
though. He was a massive part of Evolution.
And all the WCW fans in the comments will actually argue as well. When WCW was going up, he wasn't really part of it. But Bischoff had a personal vendetta with him, didn't he?
Well, he wasn't on top.
He wasn't on top for sure. He wasn't, was he?
He came back for a brief run with brought back the Horseman, but
For me, I mean, look, it's you two in charge, but he's an A, isn't
I think for his WWE work, it's a really, as we said at the start, it's a really difficult one because if we were judging this on the legacy of wrestling, he's an S or an A. He really is.
He's an S, clearly. He's someone who's transcended, you know, the mainstream culture. Even if you don't watch wrestling, you know Ric Flair. Everyone knows
I'm not sure
that.
because I always judge it on my little sister who knows nothing about wrestling. If I showed her a picture of Ric Flair, I don't think she'd know who she was.
You never watched the NWA in the early 80s?
She'd know.
She didn't see Rick traveling around the territory.
Well,
Is that what you're telling me?
she'd know Hogan.
to
She'd
rush
know
you.
Rock.
He is the greatest
B.
travelling world champion.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly then, I think Ric Flair's going in B.
Yeah, I think for his WWE work, we have to go there. Oh, and he's standing up as well.
Expertly done,
Bridge.
No, thanks for that.
First time.
Yeah. Right, now, please get your comments in. It is not easy. Now, I'm going to whittle off a few here who aren't on this list. Would you have put them in? Randy Orton, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, no, Goldberg, Edge.
I think Randy Orton deserves to be
I think
on
the
this
first three that you mentioned, you say Angle, Orton, Lesnar, I think they'd all
be here. Yeah. I mean, Randy's still going and still looking like he's could go
Legacy's
for
a great group. All that
Legacy's fantastic.
I'm
Legend killer.
personally, as far as WWE goes, Goldberg he's here for me.
I don't think Goldberg I mean, I loved him in WCW, but don't think he, by his own admission, I don't think he'd even make the list. But Kurt Angle for sure. Again, I think he's here. Kurt Angle.
But many people think his best years are in TNA, but I did think he had a great WWE career.
And then Brock still going as well. Again, I think we're looking. I don't think there's anyone missing from here.
Okay, so boys, it's done. You have got Cena below the Undertaker. You've got Roman Reigns in A. You've got Triple H in S. These are your decisions. It's done. It's finalised. I can feel the comments. I can feel them. Give us your opinion. It is not easy, believe me. These are the final decisions from Ash and Alex. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure having you today, and I think we're going to do plenty more wrestling content and debates going forward. But for now, we have our list. Tell us yours. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you very soon.